So it says, they are like blueprints to the actual evolution of rhythm styles in jazz, which have always been one of the main factors indicating innovative periods in key new styles of jazz history. That is deep. Hey, my name is Russell Blake. That was written by a dear friend of mine, a percussionist extraordinaire. His name is Andrew Scott Potter. He's the leader of a phenomenal group of musicians, three percussionists as a matter of fact. Andrew Scott Potter plays drums, Eji Machado plays percussion, and Jacques João Potter plays percussion, and they are known as Bones Ritmos, and they are based in Brazil. And Andrew contacted me, well, Andy as I know him, contacted me a little while ago and said they're doing this series, this archaeological dig on music, and he's been involved in the exploration of Candomble, Ketu rhythms, which are an ancient African rhythm brought to Brazil on Portuguese slave ships by Africans who were brought to Brazil, South America, and forced to do slave labor. Ketu has survived centuries, and so Andy is doing this series on them with Bones Ritmos. He's asked me to participate and just lay some bass lines down. So through the advent of technology, he sent me the files. I laid them into my studio and have played along. So this first one you're going to hear is Jinka, and this interweaves with jazz so much. What else Andy wrote here? Oh, it's much more. It's from Joplin to Jelly Roll Morton to Louis Armstrong's Hot Five to Ellington to Charlie Parker, Bird, Miles, Train, Wayne Shorter, etc. Basically what he's saying that Ketu is like codes that interweave with modern jazz, with swing, with different forms of African American music. And I know this for a fact because I spent a short time in West Africa. I went to 8 countries there, and while in the Congo, I was part of a U.S. State Department sponsored tour. And while there with the Pharaoh Sanders Jazz Quartet, we were doing workshops. And while in the Congo, the handlers, the managers of this tour, were able to contract not only the surrounding musicians in the city of Brazzaville, Congo, but they were able to go deep into the forest and bring some musicians from a pygmy tribe to the workshop. And I learned so much from them. While we were playing, they jammed in with us. And it was amazing how they were playing rhythms that were thousands of years old, that were matching and interchanging with what it is we were doing. And so there's no way that ours was as old as theirs or as mature or refined as theirs, but it just showed how what we were playing was the fruit that did not fall too far from the tree, you know. And the rhythms were so sacred to these gentlemen that one of them explained to me that the instruments are made from deep in the forest, from the trees, and when a year has passed, they take them back to that same area of the forest, and the instrument is then buried in the ground in a ceremonial fashion because it has only been given life for 1 year. So different than how we do it in the West, where the older the instrument is, the more precious it is. But anyway, let me not digress. Please enjoy this performance. And it is Ketu Candomble with Bones Ritmos Jinka.